It's Monday, April 12th, and the time for your Barbados Today morning news update. A period of national cleaning begins in Barbados today, even as copious amounts of ash from the La Soufriere volcano in St. Vincent continues to affect the island. And Prime Minister Mia Mottley said workers from all non-essential government departments and the retail sector should remain at home today. The volcano has been erupting since last Friday, sending plumes of ash into the atmosphere and across to neighboring islands, covering buildings, houses, vehicles, roads, and crops. Prime Minister Motley, in an address yesterday, told residents the national cleanup will continue for as long as is necessary given the situation.
Persons who are essential workers should go to work. All businesses that require the environmental assessment and cleanup will require their staff to come in. It is not a bank holiday, but it is not, retail businesses will not be open to the public. I've met with the head of the private sector as well before coming on this call, and spoken also to the General Secretary of the Barbados Workers Union. I've not been able to speak to the head of the public service or the head of the National Union of Public Workers yet. That's why I said there's still a lot to be done. But I am saying to you that only government essential public services will open. We've gotten accustomed to this in the past. Those who can work remotely, please work remotely. Those of you, however, who know that you're necessarily involved in cleaning up, in environmental assessment, in any part of the engineering or technical departments of your business, of the government, then you will need to report to duty for duty in order for us to be able to do these assessments and to clean up properly.
The Prime Minister said the island's public transport network will continue to operate at a reduced level given the continued ashfall.
As soon, however, if there is a window of opportunity where we can go back safely to the full schedule, we will go back safely to the full schedule, and the public will be given a few hours notice. But at this stage in time, I've spoken to Minister Goodenedril and the unions, and we're all agreed that it is simply too hazardous to maintain a full schedule for persons at this point in time. There is an issue about the disposal of the ash, and we really need persons to put the ash in strong garbage bags and for them to be collected in open back dump trucks, not compacted trucks, not compacted trucks. The Sanitation Service Authority, I believe, has some nylon bags like feed bags. Hard Rock Cement, I'm told, has bags. We need to reach out to them. We need to reach out also. I know the supermarkets are not planning to open, but what I'm going to do is that if we can ask, and I'll give you a public notice on this.
Opposition leader Bishop Joseph Atherley says he is on board with today's cleanup efforts, but expressed concern about the impact of the ashfall on the island as a whole, even as he acknowledged the plight of those in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
The concern is what's happening here in Barbados, of course, with this cloud of ash and dust sitting over us. I hope it is not for a prolonged period, because that has implications, of course, for public health coming on top of the COVID thing, and implications for the economy as well. So I really hope that that does not persist. But my heart really is, my thoughts really are with the people of St. Vincent. If it is this inconvenient and miserable here for us, can you imagine what the situation is like for people living in St. Vincent? But it just shows you what we are under now. Just shows you the fact that we are not islands separated by water. We are in fact countries connected by water, and we need to see our oneness and our common experience and our common vulnerabilities, and we need to do more to work together on those vulnerabilities than we are doing right now.
Director of the University of the West Indies Seismic Research Center, Dr. Urosilla Joseph, said the ash fall resulting from the continuous explosions of the La Soufriere volcano will have a negative impact on Barbados's agriculture sector in the short term. She made the comment during a press briefing yesterday.
The ash fall does have a short-term impact on the agriculture, particularly banana crops and other agricultural crops, in terms of killing or destroying the crops. So in terms of being able to support that type of agriculture, it will the impact of that on the economy, is something to consider. In the long term, of course, after years, the ash, adds fertility to the soil. But the short term is that, it is likely to impact the economy with respect to the agricultural production on island.
Meanwhile, in an update last night, the UWI's Seismic Research Center on its Facebook page revealed that the volcano was still erupting explosively with the production of copious amounts of ash. The experts said the explosions and accompanying ashfall of similar or larger magnitude are likely to occur over the next few days, impacting St. Vincent and neighboring islands. Here's Dr. Joseph with last night's update on the La Soufriere volcano.
As of 8 p.m. on the 11th of April, we continue to see ash venting. This is associated with tremor, and we have also had occasionally volcano-tectonic earthquakes associated with La Soufriere. There has been no confirmed PDCs today. There was some hot material incorporated in water, possibly from rainfall occurring on the volcano, and that brought down lahar that was still warm in the Rebecca River. We continue to monitor and provide updates as necessary.
And now for your daily COVID-19 update. 11 females are the latest to test positive for COVID-19 in Barbados. The new cases were identified on Saturday, April 10th, from 321 tests conducted by the Best Dos Santos Public Health Laboratory. 20 people have also recovered from the viral illness, leaving 79 people in isolation. The national COVID-19 count on island now stands at 3,730, comprising of 1,815 females and 1,915 males.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Regional developments now. Another CARICOM country signals its willingness to assist volcano-impacted St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The government of the Bahamas says it will help where able. More from Our News Bahamas.
There have been no reports of casualties caused by the eruption. Former Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell issuing a statement. Our thoughts and prayers are with the government and people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines as they face another huge environmental, economic, social, and humanitarian crisis with the threat of volcanic activity. Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis indicated that the Bahamas is willing to help where able.
We're a part of the CARICOM, and we would do whatever we can. I've not personally spoken to Gonzales yet, but I will communicate with Gonzales. Of course, within the CARICOM community, we have a very close-knit grouping of ministers. I communicate regularly with Alan, St. Lucia. I communicate regularly with Mia, St. Barbados. And I've made a commitment. I must call the Prime Minister of Barbados, of Jamaica, sometime this week to discuss a particular matter. But we have a very good relationship, but I would reach out to Gonzales.
On the international front, a U.S. Army lieutenant has filed a lawsuit against 2 policemen who pointed their guns and pepper sprayed him during a traffic stop last December. More from Reuters TV.
I'm actively serving this country, and this is how you're going to treat me? I didn't do anything. Whoa.
Video released by U.S. Army Lieutenant Karen Nazario's attorney shows the moment the soldier in uniform was pepper sprayed in the face with his hands raised after a traffic stop turned violent in Virginia last December.
Watch it.
Get out of the car! The suit, filed by Nazario in early April in the U.S. District Court of Norfolk against Windsor policemen Joe Gutierrez and Daniel Crocker, alleges violations to his constitutional rights and includes assault, illegal search, and illegal detention.
What are you, a specialist, Corporal? What are you?
I'm a lieutenant.
Lieutenant, get out of the car!
Nazario's attorney, Jonathan Arthur, said his client, who is black and Latino, was, quote, not resisting in any way, shape, or form.
The lieutenant sent me his cell phone footage first, and it was horrifying. But I kept hoping and thinking, that's only one angle. Maybe there's something I missed. Maybe the dash cam footage or the body cam footage will show something different. And it did. It just got worse from there.
Talk to me about what's going on. Get on the ground now!
Nazario was driving his new SUV with a temporary paper tag displayed on the back window on December 5th when he was told to pull over in Windsor, a small Virginia town southeast of Richmond.
That's news. But for the very latest, visit us at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. And you can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM.